Many people have told me, if I quit smoking, I'm going to gain weight. Well, food really doesn't taste good, but they say it tastes much better if you quit smoking. Now, the downside to that is I'm going to gain weight. That means a new wardrobe, which I'd like to have, but I can't afford.
Okay. More sustained talk from Cathy. I just summarize what she has said thus far and continue the conversation. So right now you're seeing that it's a part of your life. It's been a part of your life off and on for 18 years. It's become a more important part of your life because you found yourself smoking at times that you thought, I'll never smoke then.
Right.
Yeah, and your worry is that if you stop, you will end up gaining weight. So I'm hearing this kind of list of things that don't feel so positive about stopping. I'm wondering what else might be on that list. This is a variation on pros and cons. I'm pursuing this as the client began the conversation in this direction. I use pros and cons when the client clearly states some advantages or disadvantages to making a change. I want to hear all of that and then the possible advantages of changing.
Withdrawal, they say it's awful. Being cranky. And if I do go through this, I just hope my friends understand and will support me in what I'm trying to do.
Okay, yeah, so added to the other list is the having to go through the withdrawal, the unpleasantness of that. Okay, what else might be on the not so good side about smoking, about stopping?
I think everything's on the bad side about smoking, but I've just smoked so long. I just can't imagine not going through life without smoking. I know I've got to stop. I'm having no health problems from cigarettes at present, but when the doctor told me this morning what could be waiting for me in the future, that made me rethink everything.
Here it is, the sudden shift, and I am surprised by this. She has moved from sustained talk to change talk. She clearly states, I know I have to stop. A common mistake is to have the client continue focusing on the cons of making a change, but pay attention to what I do next to stay with this shift. She surprised me. All of a sudden, I really thought we were going to spend the interview with her saying, yeah, I should do this, but I just don't really think that I'm going to do it. And she surprised me when she moved into this momentum about, I really need to do something about this. So, yeah, it's very surprising, very exciting.
And what do you think, was there anything else that you did that made it effective?
I think the most critical piece in this particular interview was my providing Cathy very specific information on how she could deal with withdrawal. That was her greatest fear. When she said she was really anxious about this, I asked her what that anxiety was about, and she said withdrawal. Had I just said, well, yep, withdrawal is really hard for a lot of people and good luck, Cathy would have done nothing. She would have probably walked out the door and had a cigarette as soon as she could possibly have one. But I came in and I first asked her what she knew about dealing with withdrawal. She knew nothing about that. And I came and I provided her very specific information on how we at this particular office could help her with that. And she became excited about it and made a very, very strong commitment to begin the smoking cessation program with us.
And you clarified again that she thought, well, maybe I have to stop smoking before I can even begin that.
Absolutely. So that's one of the things for us to pay attention to when we're providing information, is to make sure that the client really understands the information. So again, we get into that illicit, provide illicit, or chunk, check, chunk that we've talked about before. It's just that provision of information, checking back in with the client, and then seeing what they want to do with that information. Yeah. So that's what made the difference with Cathy, I think.
Oh, good.